Oklahoma House members take oath of office. A nonprofit is teaming up with Oklahoma libraries to expand telehealth access. And we'll meet a four-legged Moore police officer that's helping on mental health calls. Details coming up on the KGOU AM News Brief for Thursday, November 21st. I'm Nick Daniels. House Speaker-elect Kyle Hilbert says his goals for the 60th legislature await his majority caucus's retreat in the coming weeks. State Capitol reporter Lionel Ramos reports Hilbert's comments came after the House's swearing-in ceremony Wednesday.
With 17 new members and 101 representatives to lead, House Speaker-elect Kyle Hilbert says it's too soon to get into a full list of priorities. He hasn't met with his fellow Republican Majority Caucus to suss that out. Following the House's swearing-in ceremony, reporters asked Hilbert about his chamber's direction.
Obviously, we've voted for various tax cuts as a House in the past, but we're going to see what does the economy look like, what does the Board of Equalization report look like coming out in December, and then decide as a caucus where do we want to go from here.
Senate Bill 1, the first measure filed across the rotunda, proposes an income tax cut given certain revenue increases year after year. Either way, Hilbert says he looks forward to working with the Senate to continue tax and budgetary talks. He says the two chambers have a great relationship heading into lawmaking season. I'm Lionel Ramos.
New details are emerging about the State Department of Education's purchase of more than 500 Bibles for advanced placement government classrooms. State Impact's Beth Wallace reports on the type of Bibles purchased.
The Tulsa World newspaper obtained a purchase order showing the 532 Bibles were the God Bless the USA Bibles endorsed by President-elect Donald Trump. This order is separate from a bid solicitation to purchase 55,000 Bibles that was canceled earlier this month. That proposal was revised before its cancellation at the urging of the Office of Management and Enterprise Services. After speculation, it was tailored to the Trump-endorsed Bibles. The revision broadened the requirements for the Bibles and added pricing to its evaluation criteria. The Trump-endorsed Bibles are $60 each. Agencies don't have to solicit bids for purchases under $25,000. Because the Bibles were purchased for $24,500, the agency was able to circumvent that process. For State Impact, I'm Beth Wallace.
Policy think tank Heartland Forward is launching an initiative to expand telehealth access in Oklahoma. State Impact's Jillian Taylor reports the group is kicking off the effort with an event teaching librarians how they can prepare people for their online visits.
The nonprofit plans to teach librarians using the Telehealth Digital Learn module, which is free to Oklahomans. The training package provides education on what telehealth is, how to navigate patient portals and devices, and how to prepare for a telehealth visit. Nearly 20% of Oklahomans lack access to high-speed internet at home. Heartland Forward's Executive Vice President, Angie Cooper, says librarians are trusted resources who can help bridge gaps in accessing care.
We aim to equip librarians with the tools they need to help residents access vital healthcare services by using telehealth.
The event will be hosted at the Oklahoma Department of Libraries. For State Impact, I'm Jillian Taylor.
Well, he's half poodle, half schnauzer, and puts in a 40-hour week at the Moore Police Department. Sierra Pfeiffer visited Leo for an introduction and to learn more about his role at the station.
Sergeant Sarah Gerchinoff is in charge of Moore Police's mental health pooch, Leo. She says the idea to have a dog at the station came to her during the pandemic, when a stray cat boosted department morale. Now, her patrol car is specifically designed for Leo. Instead of a normal passenger seat, there's a large piece of plywood covered in carpet. A custom seatbelt and fan keep him safe and cool. Leo is dispatched with his handler, so his presence can help calm down people the police interact with, especially on mental health calls.
It's really hard to know that you're going to be taken out of your own home, in your own environment, and have to go somewhere and possibly be kept there for an unknown amount of time. So sometimes he just makes it a little less scary.
Gerchinoff says Leo also helps officers have conversations about their own mental health. I'm Sierra Pfeiffer.
You'll find more news at our website, kgou.org. We also invite you to follow the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.